To start us off this week, we're joined by McCutcheon. Haley headed to North Carolina to battle the Courage on Friday. Just kind of what kind of matchup are you anticipating on Friday night?
Yeah, I think North Carolina is always a tough place to go, and we've historically, it's the Heat, it's the team. They're a good team, but I think that we're hoping to use Friday's win as a launching point for Friday.
Cool. Go ahead, Austin.
Speaking of last win, you guys created a ton of chances in terms of scoring. We're able to find one at the end, but what has it been just kind of in terms of the focus this week of trying to be more clinical and critical?
Yeah, I think that even in the game, I was like, we can either look at our chances and not converting them as a frustration point, or we can look at it as confidence that we're creating these chances. And so I think that that's what we've taken into this week, is just using it as a point of, okay, we're creating, and now we just need that final piece. And so refining that piece, especially without Barbara here, I think that it gives other players an opportunity to step up and be the finisher.
It's kind of on the confidence point. I mean, you guys created 20 chances in the first half alone. Yours went off the bar and across the line. I mean, like, how much confidence does that give in terms of like getting those chances so early on in the game?
Yeah, it definitely does a lot, and I think that if we were able to convert one, it maybe would have been a different storyline for the game. But I think it, again, just kind of compels us to keep going, and it was definitely a mental exercise of, okay, keep doing the right things, and good things will come. And so I think that that's, again, just our mindset going into Friday.
With this game being on the road, how much does that kind of shift in terms of playing at, North Carolina's place, a place that has historically been very tough to play at?
Yeah, I think that coming off of the 3-game week, we shifted our mindset a lot, and that obviously didn't go over well for us. So I think that going into this game, we're looking to go at this team, and we want to high press. We want to generate as many chances as we did against Chicago, and I think that that's ultimately going to give us success.
For you personally, so far this season, you've kind of been defensive mid, holding mid, attacking mid. You've kind of been all over the place. What is your role this season kind of changed from the last couple seasons in terms of you playing a little bit more higher up the pitch, getting more involved in the attack?
Yeah, I think that it just depends on what the game needs, on what the team needs. I think that without Barbara here, we're looking for a little bit more just like pressing personnel. And so I think that that's one of my strengths. And I think it keeps teams on their toes as well, just having different player profiles in different spots. But yeah, my role is just whatever the team needs, and trying to complement the players around me. And so hopefully we can continue to do that on Friday.
You're constantly pressing for the full 90 just about. How do you find the energy to continue, just running and running through the attack?
I think definitely just the need for a goal was a big component. We needed to, put teams on the back foot, and I felt like, again, just doing the right thing was going to break the deadlock eventually. And so that's a big point and where I get my motivation, but also I want the team to be successful. I want to make other teams feel that pressure, and I want to give our team momentum, and I think that it does that.
I was going to say, how much do you feel like the team kind of feeds off of your pressing action like that when you kind of make a stop and pressing the back line, kind of forcing them to clear the ball out of play? How much do you feel like that kind of energizes the team, especially late in games?
Yeah, I think it makes everyone's life easier, just to have that clear pressure and know where the ball's going. And I think that knowing what that feels like as a holding midfielder, it's the best thing ever. So it gives people energy to be able to focus on retaining possession and creating those chances. So I'm happy to do it.